Alright, so what we have here today is we're going to do the sidewall pattern for the Powell Pioneer 2 attack head. Okay, so we got Navy Striker Hero 3.0 mesh in this baby. And I'm going to use this red Hero string today for you to see it. So after you make your loop, what you're going to do is, the way that I started it is the first, the second, on the third sidewall hole, that's where I'm going to put this sidewall string, okay? So this is going to be kind of a basic pattern. You know, you see pretty much everyone do it. It's like a staple of stringing. When it gets down to it, it's pretty, excuse me, my voice, God. It's pretty, what did I want to say here? It's just a nice, easy pattern that can translate on most heads. So you see what I just did there? I gotta explain myself. I went through the outside into the head, right? Okay, don't go through any mesh yet, right? That's it. Just went through the actual head itself. So from the front to the back, you go through the first 10 diamond sidewall mesh. Well, mesh hole, mesh diamond hole. The first 10 diamond hole, 10 diamond row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you go through that same sidewall hole. Okay. Easy enough, right? And then from the front to the back, you put that string through the same diamond hole. Okay? And pull that tight. All right? See how I made a nice loop? Hell yeah. Okay. Now what we're going to do next is pretty much just call these SIs, right? You know, the next 10 diamond row, so this is the 9 diamond row, right? This was our 10 right here. 9, and then you got the next 10 diamond row. You go from the back to the front. Okay? See how it's like that? Okay. And what we're going to do is, so obviously I'm cheating here because I can look on the side that I already strung, and I can see exactly, keep track of where we need to go. So we skipped this fourth sidewall hole. We're going to go down to this fifth one, okay? And since we already went through the mesh, right, we're going to go through the outside, inside, okay? All right, so for video purposes, I'm going to pull that tighter like that. I didn't go through any mesh, okay? I just went around the head a little bit. Okay, see that? The loop, that should be free like this right now. To make the mesh tie down to the head, you have to go under this loop, okay? So I pulled it out just a little bit, okay? So see that? Right? You're going to take the string and put it in between the mesh. Wow, losing my voice here. Put the string through the mesh, back to the front, in between the string and the mesh, okay? So when you pull it, it looks something like that, right? See? So I tied it down, tightened it, everything. Make sure it's on there, okay? And we're going to do that again, okay? So if you missed that part, you know, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it, you know, 2 more times, actually. So, again, back down through the next. So, we're on the third 10 diamond row, right? See that? Yeah, right there. From the outside in, we're going to skip this next sidewall hole and come down to this one. Okay, so skipping this one, coming down to this one. Outside in. Okay, pull it tighter so you can see what we're doing. In between the mesh and that string right there, you're going to put the string right in between that, okay? So when you pull it, it's going to look something like that. Make sure we're focused, you know? Right? There we go. I ain't the best YouTuber, but I think really going in depth with this and taking the time to do this, this is going to be how most people are going to learn how to string the best, you know, the quickest way. It's going to take so much time for you to learn how all this works, but it's honestly worth it when you can string your own heads. I promise you that. We're going to do this third time, so we're in the 1, 2, 3, 4th mesh diamond hole. So the fourth one, I went down through the back to the, from the back to the front of the mesh. Okay, this time we're not skipping any holes. We're coming down to this next one right here. So from the outside in. So when you pull it a little bit, see how it'll start to come down? In between the string and the mesh, okay? We're going to put that part of the string, okay? See that? Hell yeah. Look at that. Yeah. It's coming out nice. The channel's starting to pop out a little bit, you know? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a 1, okay? So a 1 is really simple. We go, you could do it either way. For this purpose, I'm going to go from the back, or from the front actually to the back of the mesh. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th 10 diamond row that we're on, I'm going to go from the back to the, from the front to the back of the mesh. Okay, you literally just do that, right? And pull it down, cinch it down a little bit. Make sure it's kind of tight. And then we're going to skip this hole and then come down to this sidewall hole. So it's the one right above this little strut hole. You know, that's how you'll know you're doing it right. You could put it here, but that's just going to move the pocket up a little more. So I'm going to skip it. I'm going to do it right here. Okay, from the outside in. And then don't go through the mesh at all. Just pull that string and tighten it. And then we're going to do a 2 now. So the same thing as a 1, but we're going to do 2 mesh diamonds. And then do a loop. You know, tie it to the head. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the 6th 10 diamond row, go up it. Okay. You cinch it down a little bit. And then don't go through the head. Okay. Go up through the next mesh 10 diamond row. Okay, see that? Now they're like together, right? They're looped together. See that? Yep. And we are not going to skip the sidewall hole. So you cinched it down, right? Yep. We'll go through the next sidewall hole, outside in. Don't go through the mesh. Tie it tight. That's solid right there. And now we're going to do a 1 again. Okay, we're not going to skip any more holes. All right, we got 1, 2, 3 right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we got the 1 right here, we got the 2, and then we got the next one. Go through the front to the back of the mesh. Cinch it down a little bit. Outside in. And tie that tight. Pocket is starting to form. We're going to do a 1 again, this time skipping a sidewall hole. So we're going to go up. So we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 9th 10 diamond row, skipping this sidewall hole, and we're coming down to this one right here. So it's like the 3rd to the last one. This is the last hole. 2, 3. Don't go through any more mesh because it's just a 1. Tie it tight. And then there's a couple ways you could go about this one. You could go down it, or you could just go back up to keep it similar to all the other sidewall holes you did. So since this is the 10th 10 diamond row, that's usually the good depth for the pockets. So if we go up it, we're not going to do a loop, but we're just kind of going to go from the inside. You guys focused? Yes, you are. Should be. I know the mesh is in the way, but after you've gone down from the front to the back of that last diamond row of mesh, you go from the inside out of the head, okay, and then tie that tight. And then you can tie it off. You know? So that's the pocket right there. All right. That's like a nice mid-high pocket. You know? It's more of a bag, to be honest with you. It's a good depth, you know. It's a solid pattern right there for a solid head. Leave a comment, like, appreciate it. See you in the next one.